Hello architects, and welcome back to another RPG Architect tutorial. My name is Bert, and today we'll be diving into the lovely little world of projectiles. I need to be careful how I say it because I don't want us to get demonetized, but we have projections in RPGA, and today we're going to be creating one. So let's go into our database as per usual. I'm in virtual keys right now. I need to actually go, you might be wondering, do I start in virtual keys? There's the projections tab. Which one do I start in? Well, actually, neither of those, I regret to inform you, but we'll be starting an entity definition. So let's resize. We're gonna create a new slot. We're gonna call this entity boule. It's a French word, boule. We're gonna add a script. We'll call this one short. We do not have a condition. Our interaction is going to be automatic because when this entity definition is created, we automatically want it to move. So over here on our script, we're going to go to entities, move entity, self, click wait to complete, click the little three dots here, and we want this to step forward. And as well, we want this to recycle, because if we don't have recycle on, it's going to move forward one space and stop. So we want it to move forward a space and another space and another space, recycling continually. Okay, let's apply that. And then over here in the middle column, I should have done first, but we're going to, just for visual reference, we're going to add a sprite. And just, I don't need anything fancy for this, so we're just going to use this red color that I have drawn from many a time. So just a little red square. And below that, here in the physics section, we can set our speed. So I'm going to go for a speed of 15. If you need your projectiles to be slower or faster, adjust it here. Before we wrap up, we need to check a couple boxes here. So I'm going to check ignore entity collision, but I'm also going to check register ignored collisions. This is going to come in handy for our next tutorial, or one of our next ones. We won't be diving into this today, but whenever this collides with something, we want it to register whatever that collision and trigger whatever script we have, okay? So do leave that on. Prevent collisions stays off. Ignore obstacles, I'll turn on. Is clipping, I'll turn on. You might not want that on because this can go, you can clip through walls. Maybe we don't need that on. We do need ignores gravity on. So that our projectiles don't just fly forward and then hit the ground. Just bleep, bleep. We don't want that. So, all right, I think that's good for this section for our entity definition. Next, we will be going to our projections tab. Let us create a new projection. We'll call this boule. Everything's French today for some reason. We're gonna add an entity. So this projection is based upon an entity. That's why we created the entity definition first, is because the entity is our boule. I'm gonna leave ignore source on. I'm gonna click use rotational alignment. This is important. I can leave this off for now. But we do need to add a modifier. So let's click this little plus button and we need to go to rotation. Now under rotation, we have these three values here that are important. I don't need to mess with duration or offset on this one, but these three here, we need to assign variables to these values for the projection to draw from. So let me click OK. If you remember, we did save our camera values in one of the previous tutorials. This is an entity that is just on the map. So what it's doing is saving the value of our cameras X and Y. We're going to create this again we're gonna do our Z value as well. So let's, what am I doing? Save value, camera. We're gonna go to Z rotation in degrees, and we're gonna save it to a new variable. Unfortunately, camera Z is separated from camera X and Y in my list. That is very sad, but we will survive. It's okay. So let's click OK or apply. But now with those values saved, we can come back to our projection and we can assign each of these to the variables, what am I trying to say? Just assign them to the corresponding variable. Corresponding was the word I was looking for. Okay, so our pitch X rotation is for camera X, yaw Y rotation is for Y, roll Z rotation is for Z, okay? I'll click apply there. And lastly, we're gonna come down to virtual keys. We just need to set it up to where when we press a key, we show. So let's map this to our mouse. We're just gonna do left click. So when we left click is pressed, we will spawn a projection. Here we go. Which projection? Our boule. Where's the origin? It is at the party. We can leave this at 0 because we're just, yeah, it's our main character, blah, blah, blah. And that is it. So let's go ahead and try this out and see if I did it all right. So here we are. I'm gonna hit left click. What did I do? What'd I do? I know exactly what I did wrong. I know that, you know, I do these ahead of time. I practice and I make sure I know what I'm saying. And then randomly, I'll just be like, I don't think I need this. And then things go haywire. So what I did is in entity definition, under physics section, I didn't select is clipping, even though on my test project, it was very clearly selected. So let's turn that on and see if that fixes it. And I guarantee it will. And left click, boom, there we go. All right, you know, it happens. But look at that, we got ourselves a little projection going on here. Right now they are going, let me see if I can capture this. They are just going through the walls. So I'm gonna fire through this. I just ran into the wall. I did it again. Okay. There, okay. I can do this. You see? Okay, so it is firing through the wall. That is the is clipping thing. We'll have to figure a way in my off time. I say we, I mean me. I'll have to figure a way to get it to where when it does hit these walls, it does just delete, just does remove the entity. There's a way to do it, but I think for the scope of this tutorial, this is fine and dandy. This is just fun. You just click and fire things off. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We now have a projectile firing as we need. So yeah, that was a recent addition to the engine lock put in specifically for this tutorial. And more specifically, the rotation modifier is what really makes this doable, because before that, I could not get it to work. So have fun with that, enjoy. We're building something kind of cool here with this first person project. So I'm looking forward to getting the next couple entries in and really having the framework for something fun. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not already. Be sure to leave a comment below, help us out with the algorithm. If you don't have your copy of RPG Architect already, then be sure to grab it. It's on Steam. We are still in early access, but the time is running out for the early access price. We are about 75% of the way towards version 1.0, I think. 70 something percent. And yeah, that last 25% or so, I think he's going to burn through it pretty quick, honestly, to be quite frank with you. So there he is. Click. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the commentary or the music going along with it, please consider supporting me over on patreon.com or picking up the song pack, or one of my song packs over on itch.io. Yep. Anyway, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed. As always, you have been amazing. I have been Bert, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.